morning, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to another video. I hope you've been doing very well. One of my favorite things to come out of becoming vegan has been the way that I've become very creative in the kitchen. Before I became vegan, I literally just used to eat frozen food all the time, was really uninspired, and honestly just hated being in the kitchen. And now cooking is one of my absolute favorite things to do. In today's video, I am going to share another what I eat in a day as a vegan video, but I'm hoping that this video can inspire you to get into the kitchen yourself and become really creative with your food, creative with your flavors, and just come up with dishes that you really love. Anyway, we'll get into a little bit more of that later, but for now, I hope you enjoy. This is what I ate in a day as a vegan. Alrighty, so let's get straight on into it. All of the recipes and exact measurements will be down in the description box below for you. For breakfast this morning, I am first of all starting with some rolled oats as well as some black chia seeds, and I'm putting these into a coconut bowl and mixing with my hand to combine them well. Then I am also putting in some almond milk. You could use any other plant milk that you like, as well as some rice malt syrup, and again you could use another sweetener if you would like to. I am mixing it all together until it's well combined and then putting it in the fridge for at least an hour so that it can set and soak and do all the good stuff, you know? Whilst that was going on, I then cut up 2 yellow nectarines, which, fun fact, are my favorite fruit in the whole world, and I put them into a frying pan with some vegan butter to fry them up and poach them and just bring out all that flavor. Once my chia and oat combination was well soaked, I put it into a bowl and then added in my poached yellow nectarines as well as some Natural Coyo, my coconut yogurt of choice. I then added on some dark chocolate drizzle just to spice it up a little bit, you know? And yeah, that was what I had for breakfast. It was honestly one of the most delicious things I've ever made in my entire life. Moving on to lunch, and I'm starting with my favorite vegetable in the whole world, the superior potato, some may say. Sweet potato, of course. I feel like I can't go a day without eating sweet potato at this point. Anyway, I am cutting it into relatively small pieces before putting them all into a pot of boiling water. My intention with this was to boil them until they were soft enough to mash, because we're making a fun sweet potato mash today. Once my potatoes were nice and soft, I then got some vegan butter and then added this to the bowl, as well as with some nutritional yeast and some paprika. You could also add salt and pepper to this if you had them on hand, and basically you just want to mash this all together until it is very well combined. Once that was done, I then got my frying pan and then got some of these Syndian sun-dried tomato sausages. I've used these before. They're just like my favorite vegan sausages essentially, and I fried those up, and then in a bowl I served my sweet potato mash with 2 sun-dried tomato sausages and some tomato sauce on top, and that's what I had for lunch. Sort of a different kind of lunch for me, but super simple and super full of flavor. Moving on to dinner, and we're back again with the superior vegetable, sweet potato, of course. This one is a smaller sweet potato, and I am cutting it into smaller pieces. Once they were all cut up, I put them onto a baking tray with some baking paper, as well as some olive oil, some salt, and garlic powder and nutritional yeast, an iconic combo if I do say so myself. I then baked those in the oven, and whilst I was doing that, I got some of this Organic Village chickpea tempeh. The tempeh obsession continues. And I got half of the block and I cut it into small pieces, as well as getting some broccoli off the head of the broccoli, chopping some broccoli, I should say. I put the broccoli and the tempeh into a frying pan, used some olive oil, some salt, some garlic and some nutritional yeast, and I fried this up for about 10 minutes until everything was nice and crispy. Next, I am using my NutriBullet to make a creamy cheesy sauce. I am starting with some soaked almonds and cashews and the water they came in, as well as some olive oil, nutritional yeast, garlic and salt, and I'm gonna blend this all together. This is my first ever NutriBullet and I'm obsessed with it. It makes such creamy sauces. Then in a large bowl, I am putting some fresh fresh spinach, as well as the fried broccoli and the roasted sweet potatoes. Then I'm adding on my fried chickpea tempeh and then drizzling that sauce on. That looks so good right now. I then added on some sesame seeds to garnish, and that is what I had for dinner. This is like a staple in my diet, and yeah. Awesome, so that is everything that I ate in a day as a vegan. I was honestly really proud of the breakfast dish in this video because it was so different to something I would usually have for breakfast, but it was also one of the most delicious things that I have ever created in my whole life. I absolutely loved it. So that brings me to a little bit of curiosity. I know a lot of vegan people in real life, and we all eat so differently. We all enjoy different foods. We all have different signature dishes. So I'm really interested to know if you're vegan or if you like cooking vegan food, what is your like signature dish, and what's something that you've created in the kitchen that you just are so proud of and you love? And yeah, I'm really interested to know. So let me know in the comments below if you have anything that you would like to share with me. Perhaps it's something that I can try and like create myself as well. I'm really enjoying being creative in the kitchen at the moment. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna end this video. I hope you guys have an absolutely beautiful day, and I will see you very soon for another video. Thanks for being here, and yeah, love you. Bye.